What's up YouTube? Today I'm going to be showing you how to perform a maintenance valet and ace one of these pressure washers as recently there's been a hose pipe ban, so I know a lot of people are going to want to be pressure washing their car and safely clean their car. So I've actually brought a few buckets and my own products. I've brought some drying towels, brought some wash mitts, some buckets. Never use the provided sponge, but or the provided brush. Possible. I've never done one of these before, so yeah. And this is as a ex-valeter, so I have no idea if how many people use these or what, but yeah. So I am just going to pay. I'm going to see how much it's going to cost, most importantly, and yeah, see if it's worth it. So I have no idea how much this is. Enter your codes. I have no idea how to work this out, so I'm just sort of learning as I go. So I just changed locations thinking that this would have a contactless payment method, but you actually have to go in every single time. So yeah, I'm not so sure how this works. You have to buy some form of voucher or something. I'm not so sure if you can just select different. I think you have to keep on going in, but yeah, it's going to look a bit awkward, but yeah. So to use this one, the shell ones or the cartridge ones, looks like you get a code, and I paid for 3 different codes for 6 minutes, 6 minutes, which cost £2 each. So I'm going to put in the code. So yep, right, is that power rinse? So I think you want to rinse out all the product first. Ooh, yeah, it's not very powerful. I think it takes a while, like my real pressure washer does take a bit of a while. Yeah, now it's in power, so a little bit. I'm just going to rinse the wheels. Don't get too close. But there we go. There we go. A little bit more power. So I'm just gonna go in, rinse all the wheels. And while I've still got 4 minutes left, actually, I can quickly fill up my bucket. Right, so now as I filled up my bucket, I'm also going to explain why this is, no one's ever done it before, but as I filled up my bucket, I am now, my wheel bucket that is, I am now going to spray on some of this wheel cleaner stuff now I've all rinsed the wheels. I don't think I'm going to have enough time to rinse all that off as well, but yeah, we're going in full maintenance wash style. Never used this stuff before, but I have heard it's pretty good. The guy who sold it to me at least. But yeah, looks like the time is running out. That's what that beeping is, which is a bit annoying. But yeah, we've got that. So the wheels should start in theory turning purple. As you can see here, that's the product reacting. To be honest, it's not as purple as that other stuff I was using, that turtle wax stuff. That was good. So I'm basically just going to go in with my wheel brush to try and get through all the nooks and crannies. I'm going to try and do this quick. I'm not going to do this in case someone else wants to come, but yeah, so I'm just going to go around it with my wash mitt really quickly Okay, someone else is waiting. Right, so as I've quickly went through all of those wheels, I'm now going to pre-wash it. Now, as we don't have any snow foam, I've got some pre-wash here from Easy Car Care, and I've just concentrated that into, I diluted that into 10 to 1, and we're also going to rinse off the wheels as well, which we just cleaned. So yeah, you can also use a bit of a detail brush if you want to go more into detail, but as I'm just trying to get this over with quickly, and to be honest, I'm quite happy with how the wheels have turned out so far. I'm going to put in another bit, and I'm going to make sure I completely wet the whole entire car, go over it quite a bit to get as much of the dirt off as possible. Then I'm going to go in the pre-wash and then rinse that off. So I'm going to put in another rinse, and let's see how that does. So yeah, lift as much dirt as you can possible. I actually like how long this is. I'm used to a stubby gun, so that's why I did knock it a bit, but yeah, it's actually quite nice for long range like this. There's plenty of room to do it. So yeah, pretty nice. Just got to rinse this whole entire car off and making sure I'm getting all the dirt, as we don't have any snow foam, like I usually use. Try not to get the soft top. So I am going to quickly spray over this with some pre-wash while I've still got the time. Quickly. So it's basically acting as a snow foam. Would be nice to have a pump sprayer. We still have 3 minutes, so that should be just enough to let it on there, and plus it is a bit hot, so we don't want to let it sit on there for too much. But as that is setting on the paint, I'm gonna quickly fill up my 2 buckets. So yeah, so I mean, I only just got it rinsed off, actually not completely. I did get some of it rinsed off, and I only filled up part of these 2 buckets, so I could have maybe been a little bit quicker then, admittedly. So yeah, we have got some so we got some of the products in, so yeah, I had to put a bit more on, but we're going to do a 2 bucket method. So what we're going to do is squeeze it out in the thing and then squeeze it out of the side of the bucket, because we've got little grit guards, so squeeze against the grit guards, put it out, squeeze it like a normal. This is not actually that dirty, so I don't really need to fully squeeze it out, but when we go in for the second time I will. This is actually a fresh knit, so I don't think there's really much of a point. We're just going to quickly go in straight lines, and I'm going to have to add another 6 minutes. So yeah, we've got to work from top to bottom. So you would normally start off with the roof. As a soft top, I'm not going to go for the roof, so I'm just going to go straight for this. So yeah, so I have I've cleaned my car, so I brought it out to the Waitrose car park because there was another van waiting for me, but luckily I still had 3.5 minutes left, or 4 minutes left, so he got an extra bit of time for free. So yeah, that's good. So I had to quickly move out of the way. I moved into the car park, dried it off, and yeah, you've got a, so yeah, there's probably a few things that probably are my fault that I've done, that obviously there's well, you can't really see it on camera, but in person I can see there's some watermarks. They're not incredibly noticeable. They're probably more noticeable on the back. Yeah, they're sort of noticeable on the back, the water spots. But that's probably me. That's probably because I was rushing around too much at the end. I probably spent longer than I should have been, because there's another van. I just kept on doing the same panels over and over and over again. That's probably the reason why I got those watermarks in the first place. And of course I couldn't re-rinse it because, well, there's someone else behind me. I didn't want to pay for an extra few minutes. So yeah, but to be honest, the price of it probably costed me around, I think it costed me £8. But if you were to avoid doing the wheels, it'd be a lot cheaper. And also maybe if I was a bit faster, I might have been able to do it with just about £6. Or I could have paid for maybe a bit longer for the pre-wash stage, so I could fill up the buckets a bit more, and that might have been a bit cheaper. But yeah, to be honest, not so bad, not so bad. A scratch and shine would probably cost me about, probably cost me more. A professional valet like this would cost me like probably 30 quid or so, or 25 quid. I don't know how much it is nowadays, so it used to be one. That would have costed a lot more, and of course I can just do it on the spot. There's no booking, there's no, yeah, you just turn up and you just pay at the, on this one you pay at the kiosk. I probably would have preferred a pay at machine sort of system, just because it's less awkward, even though they probably are used to car enthusiasts going into there and using multiple washes. So yeah, I would say that was pretty decent. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you all got something out of this video, whether you're just learning how to clean a car like professionally, or you're just wanting to, if you're just like me and you wanted to clean your car, you don't have access to a hose pipe, or something like that, or you just want to do it on the go, then I hope this video has provided some information to you. And if there's a better or faster way of doing it, please let me know. If there's any way to make it a bit more cheaper, like I did, like when I made those mistakes earlier and had to pay an extra rinse. But yeah, I mean, to be honest, not that bad though, not that bad. And yeah, please like, subscribe and comment what you think of this video, and yeah, let me know. Right, my name's Jay Froz, I'm out. Peace.